Hola, Hallöchen, liebe Freunde. Hi, friends. Today is Friday, 1:15 p.m. in Stuttgart, Germany, and I decided let me come here and let's have a chitter chatter together, and I can tell you something about house searching in Germany. Deutschland, house hunting, and Kenyan house hunting, it's like totally different. I know. It's like this is Kenyan house hunting and this is Germany house hunting. Totally, completely different. So guys, today being a Friday, it's kind of not so warm in Germany, but it's kind of fairly warm. I'm not interested in going to the library today. I'm really giving myself a break. The last 2 days have been my chill, relaxing, lazy mode days, like full-blown lazy mode. So I decided, yeah, why not come here and talk to my friends, my internet friends, yeah? Because here in Germany, I don't have so many friends. And also with my age, I just find that I'm not so interested in finding many people to be friends with. I just realized that I have really less time to share with people. So someone has to be really, really fun and a good time for me to hang out with them. So guys, I know I'm wearing this and maybe someone might think I'm not dressed. I am. Actually, I have like this, it's a romper. Yeah, and it's just a chill day. I decided today to wear a bright lip. Woo! Yeah, there's this matte sleek lipstick. It's one that I bought in 2017, and then I just put a pink one at the center so it brightens up the look. Anyway guys, let's dive into this video. I really have a problem with over talking, so I need to be really fast and not bore the hell out of you guys. Anyway, so this video today is going to be house hunting in Germany and my experience and how that really went. So if any one of you is from Kenya, you know very, very well. In Kenya, basically people are begging you to rent their homes, and you can just go today, look at a house, really like it, sign the contract and move in a few days, even the next day, even that same evening. So it's no big deal. If you really want to look for a house, you can start 1 week before you want to move. I remember in 2018, we had to move from our house and go to another place, and we went house hunting, and the thing was, it's us who decide, oh, we don't want this house, not this one, not that one. But here in Germany, it's totally, completely, absolutely different. Stuttgart is a big city, and I know also Munich people, Münchners, suffer the same thing with housing. I even know there's a law in Munich where you're not allowed to rent out your house on Airbnb for more than like months and months on end. That's punishable. They say if your house is not being used, you need to rent out to people, not put on Airbnb so that other foreigners mostly just come and enjoy the house and leave when people in Germany have nowhere to live. So anyway, in Kenya, we were looking at houses and we would just like walk-in appointments. You just walk into somewhere. We were driving, we talk to the security guards and say, hey, do you know if there's free houses here? That is for places where we did not check online. And they would say, yeah, sure, this is the number of the caretaker, blah, blah, blah. You go ahead, go in, look at the house. If the caretaker is not there, they can say come the next day, which you do. You come, look at the house, get all that you need to get about this house, and then decide whether you wanna move in or not. It's really like houses and homes in abundance. And people say abundance or abundance because there's an N, I don't know. Forgive me if I pronounced it wrong. Anyway guys, so in Kenya, really we searched for a home for, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks tops, and it's always we were finding homes. We just thought, okay, it's not a convenient location to the city, and then my sister had to find a place where it's easy to take her son to school and then for her to drive to work. So it had to be central, and me to be able to reach a matatu station, like a bus stop for public service vehicles to go to work. So those were the only factors we were considering. Now, on on the other hand, in Germany, you really apply for homes as if you're applying for a job. You literally have a whole description of yourself. You need to tell the people who is moving in, how long do you want to stay, what do you do for a living. You tell them how much you earn. You give them what they say Shufa. It's like kind of in Kenya we have the CRB, which does a background check on you, and you are known to be either trustworthy or not based on your credit. But here in Germany, that Shufa checks even your unpaid phone bills, unpaid water bills, wireless, and any other stuff that you might have. If you're not responsible and your Shufa gives you a negative rating, it's very, very, very hard to get a home here in Germany. So our thing was, when we were applying for a house, we had to describe ourselves, what we do, everything. So you write kind of an application. It's actually a cover letter kind of thing, and you explain everything about yourself, give your contacts. And then we were using immobilienscout.de. That is the website that we chose to use in our house search. So in this website, we would send multiple applications, guys. It took us like 3 months before we got like a home. It was really crazy, and it was not fun, to be honest, because you would send 20 emails and nobody responds to you. So what we decided was pay for the website for a premium account, so that when a new house comes, we are notified, and also the landlords are notified of us at the top, because you know there's many people sending applications, and if you've not paid for a subscription, then your email goes to the bottom. And really, some landlords have no time to be sitting around here, going through emails and emails and emails of multiple people. Some just want a good tenant who can pay the bills, and that is it. So the reason why people here ask for incomes to find out what people do, it's because Germany is very big on protecting people, and they protect the tenants so much, to an extent where in Kenya, if you are not paying your rent, your landlord can just kick you out. In some areas, I know the landlord locks your house with a padlock so that you cannot access it anymore. And also in Kenya, some people will come with auctioneers and auction away, like they just pick your stuff and auction them away and kick you out. Here in Germany, that is absolutely illegal. I don't know if it's because of the Grundgesetz law, yeah, but I just know that human life is the most precious thing according to the German law, and the safety of humans is the #1 priority. So if your landlord figures that you cannot afford the rent, or your income that you are earning is not enough to guarantee him or her that you're going to be able to pay your rent, they will not rent it to you, because nobody wants the hassle of having to sue you, pay money in court, pay a lawyer to sue you so that you're kicked out. Because if you don't pay for 3 months, for instance, the landlord cannot just kick you out. It's a whole process of eviction where they have to go through the court system. And you know, nowhere like Germany, bureaucratic processes are incredible. You cannot pay off someone like, here is 200 shillings and just move my case forward. You have to wait and follow the right channels. So that is why the landlords need to know what you do for a living. Okay, so that was a long rant about that topic. Anyway, for us, we started getting responses. We got a few responses from houses, and we went to look at maybe, let me count, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we went to see 3 houses. And I think really the prejudice about foreigners is a big thing in Germany. I don't know if I can label it racism or I can label it caution, because I know of a Brazilian guy who was my classmate, and he is actually in his mid-30s, and he has a home in Brazil, and he has enough money because he's worked for the last 10 years. But even for him, when he was house hunting, it was not easy. It took him like 4-5 months before he could get a home, and he got a home because he was recommended by previous tenants who were Brazilians. So how that happened was, when you come in Germany when you want to move out of a house in Germany, you tell your landlord in advance. I don't know if it's 3 or 6 months in advance. I have to check that. I'm not so sure. So once you give the notice, potential or prospective tenants will start coming in and looking at the houses, and the current tenants can also, if they have a good relationship with the landlord, can say, I did not like this one, I did not like that one, blah, blah, blah. So he was recommended by these former tenants. And after he got the house, guys, can you believe he had to pay rent for the next 6 months at one go? So in Germany, for instance, where we live, we had to pay 3 months rent as deposit, security deposit. And it's a lot of money. It's really not very less money, yeah, because it's euros now. And when I just translate it to Kenyan shillings, oh my God, it's crazy. And in addition to that, he had to pay 6 months rent up front for him to be even given the house. So the thing is, because people are sure if it's a German, that's my perception. I think they're just more secure if it's a German and they do something, then I can report them to the government and my money will be restored. But if it's a foreigner and they leave, there's no it's not an easy process to chase a foreigner. In Kenya, for example, people run away with people's unpaid rent a few times, and it's not easy to get them. So how will a foreign landlord go all the way to Kenya to chase you for 3 months rent? So people just think, foreigner, not for me. So all these 3 houses that we looked at, they really liked us. And then we would just get, oh, sorry, we could not take you guys. We are so sorry. Or sometimes people would just say, yeah, I'm still looking. There's a particular one lady who works for my uni, and her house was something we really liked. It was a 3-room apartment. In Germany, when they count rooms, they count only the bedrooms and the living room. They don't count the rest of them. So when I say 3-room apartment, I mean 1 living room and 2 bedrooms, and then there was a big bathroom, a guest bathroom, and the master bathroom had a big bathtub with jets. We really like that. And the Fußbodenheizung, is that what it's called? Like the what should I say in English? Like the floor, it gets heated from below. So yeah, it was really our ideal home. And the lady, 2 weeks later, we are asking her, okay, do you have feedback for us? And she goes, I'm still expecting some more people to visit. And I was like, well, I'm sure we don't even need to wait for this house, because if you saw us 2 weeks ago and you really liked us, we had a good experience. She was saying, oh my God, my dog really likes you, Lynn. It's really not common. And we were kind of hopeful, but yeah, she crushed us and said, sorry, we did not click because blah blah blah. It was a stupid excuse, to be honest, and I just thought, yeah, foreigner, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. So we decided another house. Actually, my partner went and checked it out, and they really clicked with the agent and everything was fine. And then when it came time to send the application documents, the person just saw Lynn Kuya, and you put in Germany they have this thing where you put your picture on CVs when you're applying. So we had our pictures, and once he saw me, like, the communication just went cut, verbrochen. Like, he was not answering the calls anymore. And then we decided to send him an email and say, excuse us, we understand maybe we did not get the house, but could you tell us how we can make it better and kinda how to improve our application? And he was just mute. So I knew, die Schwarze, it's the black girl. Because some people genuinely say, I don't want foreigners and I don't want black people. And that's just how it is. So for me, I look at it as people are very apprehensive to foreigners, and me being obviously obviously not German. No matter how good German I will try to speak, some people will just be like, nicht heute, ich will dich nicht. So yeah, I understand, it's okay. So we decided that the next appointments that he goes alone, and when he finds an apartment, then sign the contract and just say his girlfriend will move in, something like that. So he did do that, and he went to see a house that he had really liked, the house that we currently live in actually. And when he saw the house, they clicked very well with the owners, and they said, do you want to sign the contract? How should I say? Wollen Sie gern die Vertrag unterschreiben? Und war, ja, gerne. And he signed, blah, blah, blah. And then now they decided they want to meet us. And a month later, after he had already signed the contract, he said, yeah, so guys, we would like our names on the mailbox because we were getting deliveries for furniture and stuff. And when he said that, they asked him the name, and he went, this is her name. And the lady was like, woher kommen deine Freundin? And he said, in Kenya. And that's where she was like really surprised because she didn't expect it. But anyway, it went well. They put our names on the letterbox. Yeah, because people just don't expect, okay, it's not a German moving in, it's somebody else. And then they said, yeah, once she finishes her exams, please come and visit us for coffee and we can get to know you, because in Germany they're really big on getting to know who is renting my home. And we went, we had a really great time. The lady was so obsessed with me. She kept saying, oh my God, du bist sehr hübsch, sehr, was soll ich sagen, sehr classy und something. Yeah, I don't know how to say it exactly, but I think the word translates to chic, classy, something like that. I think because I was dressed so almost formal, and here you just have to dress formal even for your landlords. You don't have to, but it looks better, like you gain more respect if you're dressing smart, casual or formal. So me, I was just wearing some nice khaki pants and a trench coat that's very official. Yeah, and everything went great and they really loved us. And yeah, so that's the difference between applying for houses, house hunting in Kenya and in Germany. In Germany, it's limited edition. You will be on the list for so long. But guys, before I go, I will say I have a classmate, a friend who comes from Montenegro, and her husband too, and the husband works here in Germany. They just also moved here to Stuttgart because of school, because he was living in another city and it was hectic for her to keep moving to her husband when we don't have class. And when they went, they applied for homes. Guys, it did not even take them a whole month. They applied for homes and went to see two, and the two appointments, both of them went through. And I was like, guys, you're so lucky. Maybe it's because me, I'm obviously even not European, or maybe you guys are just lucky. I don't know what it is. Yeah, maybe it has nothing to do with color, but maybe it does. So it's a 50-50 thing in my opinion. Anyway guys, that's my explanation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, tschüssi, bye, see you next time. Have a nice weekend.